Okay, this was an interesting combo. We have Quentin Joshua star along with Sophia Chisom, aka Soso, in this movie titled My Version of Love, a Chinedu Benjamin production. Now, was this worth the hype? So the storyline follows Ifunanya, played by Sophia Chisom, a lady who juggles her internship and helping her dad, who is a mechanic, at his workshop. Then on the other hand, we have Yemi, played by Clinton Joshua, an owner of a logistics company who's been searching for the right woman. He takes an interest in Ifunanya, but she plays hard to get. Yemi then devises a plan to win her heart. Now, first things first, if you haven't seen the movie, go watch the movie first before you watch this review. Because there's a section to this review where I summarize the whole narrative and the lesson the narrative came with. But don't worry, I'll give you a heads up when I get to that part. My version of love delves into the themes of love, friendship, comedy, business, and many more. Then, when it comes to the performances, honestly speaking, each and every one of the cast had their own special way of carrying the show. They all gave commendable performances. And this is actually the second time I'm watching Soso star in a movie after her previous project titled Love, Sex, and Pain, where she starred along with Chike Daniels. Now, her acting is actually quite good. It doesn't seem like she's new to acting. Her performance was quite okay. And her on screen chemistry with Clinton Joshua was good too. But I won't exactly say that Soso and Clinton Joshua's chemistry is the best out of all the actresses Clinton has starred with. Their on screen chemistry was just okay. Now, this particular scene displaying right here really cracked me up. Sophia Chisom behaved like the typical Soso we know. Like, her attitude there reminded me of her funny skits. Like, that scene was literally cracking me up. Then when it comes to Quentin Joshua's performance, I won't say much. His acting was good. He knows what he's doing. Acting was flawless. And you know that facial expression of someone that has fallen deeply and helplessly in love. Quentin Joshua enacts that facial expression really well. Now, like I said earlier, this movie also paves way for comedy. And for the comedy aspect, the two Tom and Jerry of the movie, Bobo and Abobi, played by Effiong Christian and Valentine Esomchi, respectively. Now, these two were the comic duo in this movie and they slayed. They carried the show in terms of the comic aspect. Now, honestly speaking, this guy Effiong Christian is really good at acting. His acting is good, plus it seems natural too. Now, let's talk about the authenticity and the quality of the movie. Lufttreiber Automobile Service Center was featured in this movie. It was used as the workshop in the movie, and that was good. It helped in adding authenticity to the work aspect. Unlike most movies where they would just find a spoiled car, spare parts, and just keep them at a corner near a tree to make it seem like it's a real mechanic workshop. But for this movie, the setting for the work aspect was really nice. It didn't seem minor at all. And if you notice, the work area for this movie wasn't minor at all. And the character Ifunanya and her dad, their house was well furnished, and that conveyed that the business was actually earning well for them. Now, if they had made use of some minor mechanic workshop like the one I mentioned, that would seem unrealistic, but the setting chosen for the work area here was really good. Now, the lighting and the cinematography was actually good too. Although there were scenes where once they switched to a different camera angle, you will notice that the color grading sort of changed. And when you will notice it well is once you look at the characters' clothes, the clothes they were putting on, the color would actually change. You will notice it well if you pay attention to their clothes. But nevertheless, the cinematography was actually praiseworthy. So shout out to Austine Kings for that. The editing style was actually praiseworthy too. The switch to different scenes were done seamlessly. Shout out to Taiwo Ogunde Studios for that. Now here's the heads up. This part of the review is going to come with spoilers. So, you know what to do, spoiler alert. Now at first, I kind of thought that the narrative wasn't so new in terms of the male lead hiding his true identity in order to test and win the heart of the girl he likes. But there was a plot twist that was actually really good. Emphasis on the really good. You know, there's something such as a love triangle in this movie, and I was sort of expecting that kind of made the best man win. But the plot twist was good. I was expecting Ifunanya to choose Yemi, which was predictable, but the plot twist came up. With the way this movie was directed, they sort of tried to play with our minds, just like where Ifunanya eventually chose Oge, played by Emmanuel Mac. They directed this well to keep us guessing from who Ifunanya would eventually choose. Now, the plot twist was actually good. Nice twist in there. Now, to summarize the narrative based on what I could grasp, the moral of the story, here we go. Now, Yemi fell in love with Ifunanya, but she wasn't willing to give him a chance. He then hid his identity to get closer to her and see if he could get a chance with her. Then on the other hand, we have Oge, Ifunanya's childhood friend who has been crushing on her for a long time. Then the plot twist came up where it was later on revealed that the character Oge now worked for Yemi, Clinton Joshua's character. So this was basically where Yemi's character was put to the test. At first, he tried to use his authority to make Oge convince Ifunanya to choose him, thereby forcing the love. But Ifunanya ended up choosing Oge. And to me, that was done out of anger. So first moral, you can't force love, just like how Yemi later realized that and left it to fate. Plus, Ifunanya tried to force herself to fall in love with Oge, but still couldn't. Same thing, love isn't forced. So second moral, you have to learn to let go. An example of this is when Oge found out that Ifunanya wasn't in love with him, so he decided to let go. So there you have it. First moral, love isn't forced. Second moral, need to learn to let go. Now for the little downside of the movie, Ifunanya's dad was admitted to the hospital. Now it looked a little bit unrealistic. At the hospital, there was no doctor, no nurse, or any patient to make it seem a little bit realistic. And the ward Ifunanya's dad was in seemed to look like someone's room. But nevertheless, the story was nice and it was directed well. Shout out to Chidi, Anyanwu, Chidox for directing the movie. This movie is definitely worth your time. So I think I'll be giving this a 4 out of 5 thumbs up. If you've seen the movie, what did you think about it? Let me know in the comments below and I'll see you next time on my review. Bye.